Ginsberg, along with 2 other explorers and a guide, ventured deep into the heart of the Amazon rainforest to embark on their long-awaited dream journey. Unfortunately, the bamboo raft Ginsberg was on encountered an accident, causing him to become separated from his companions and stranded alone in the jungle. In a situation where he had lost all his belongings and was unarmed, he had to win this battle for survival against the wilderness by himself. He hadn't eaten for 3 days, and in desperate need of meat, he climbed a tree with his bare hands and pulled down a large python. He then swiftly descended, picked up a stone, and smashed it hard, looking at the delicious meal he was about to have. Harry finally showed a long-lost smile. However, shortly after he had eaten his fill, he felt a sharp pain in his forehead. Upon inspection, he found a swollen lump with something wriggling inside. To prevent the thing inside from moving around, Harry quickly took out tweezers and decisively cut open his skin, only to find a parasite inside. The reason he ended up so desperate and careless was entirely due to his own greed. A few days earlier, Harry and his friends had eagerly come to this primeval forest in search of the legendary huge gold. To their surprise, they hadn't gone far when they heard a strange breathing sound, which frightened them into freezing on the spot. Luckily, it was just a passing farmer making the noise, but this incident made the group reconsider their plans. However, just as they decided to leave, they discovered gold fragments in a nearby river. The dream of instant wealth quickly overcame their fear, as the 4 of them continued deeper into the primeval forest. Along the way, when they got hungry, they would shoot monkeys and roast them for food. Looking at the unappetizing meat in front of them, everyone hesitated to take a bite. The guide, seeing this, calmly tore off a piece of meat, stuffed it into his mouth, and even showed an expression of enjoyment, which almost made the bespectacled man next to him vomit. To prove the meat's taste, the guide specifically tore off an arm and handed it to Harry. Although Harry was very reluctant, he forced himself to eat a small piece. Surprisingly, despite its peculiar appearance, the taste was quite impressive. Just as the group had filled their stomachs, an accident occurred. The frailest member, the bespectacled man, soon injured his foot, forcing the others to slow down their progress to accommodate him. Faced with their situation, there was one feasible solution left: to take a shortcut to their destination by floating down the river on a wooden raft. Without delay, they set to work and soon successfully built a raft. 2 of them were trapped in the raging river. If they didn't leave quickly, the only outcome would be death. At this moment, Harry was already terrified, but fortunately, the bearded man remained calm. He instructed Harry to hold onto the raft tightly and not to move. Then, he dived into the water and swam desperately towards the shore. Just as he was about to initiate a rescue, the panicked Harry accidentally fell into the water. The powerful current immediately dragged Harry down. Struggling to adjust his position underwater, Harry found himself helpless against the surging waters. He was carried along by the current for an unknown duration, until he managed to cling desperately to a protruding rock, which finally allowed him to come to a stop. Battling through the raging waves, Harry eventually made it to the shore. However, this ordeal left him completely separated from his companions. With no other option, Harry began to climb a steep cliff, hoping to call out to his distant companions from a higher vantage point. Yet, in the vastness of the primeval forest, Harry was utterly insignificant, and no one heard his cries for help.